Hey everybody, today I'll teach you how to solve a Rubik's clock. So, the method that I'm going to be teaching you requires no algorithms, and if you don't own a clock yet, I'll leave some links in the description where you can buy them. There are 3 main clocks that people use. This is a Lingao clock. There's also the Bai Tai clock or the original Rubik's clock. People say that the original Rubik's clock turns the best, but they're out of production, so they're quite hard to get. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, you need to learn how the clock moves. So there are 4 pins that are in the clock, these 4, and they can be in 2 positions. They're either down or they're up. This is up, this is down, and it has 4 dials that will turn the clocks. So when a pin is up and you move the dial that is with it, so this pin is with this dial and this pin is with this dial, when the pin is up and you turn the dial, it will turn the 4 clocks that are surrounding the pin, like this. And if there's a second pin up with this first pin, you can turn one of these 2 dials because they are both connected to a pin that is up. You can turn one of those 2 dials and it will turn these 6 clocks. Since the clocks are surrounding these pins, you know that they will be the ones that are turning. If you turn one of these 2 dials at the bottom while these 2 pins are up and these 2 are down, it won't turn any of these 6. So make sure that when you're turning your dials, that the pin is up while you're turning it. The first step in solving the clock is to get a cross, kind of like the Rubik's Cube. You need to get these 5 pieces to be facing 12 o'clock, and 12 o'clock will be labeled on your clock. So the first thing you need to do is you need to get the centerpiece to be, it doesn't need to be facing 12, but it needs to be matching one of these 4 pieces. So what you can do is, let's say you want to match the centerpiece to this one. You can put up this pin, and since this pin is up, it will turn these 4 clocks surrounding the pin. So you can turn this dial and match this clock to the one on the left, like so. And then once you've done that, these 2 are matched, you can put the pin back down and then push up another pin like so, and then turn these clocks to match a 3rd one. But make sure when you're matching these 2 clocks to a 3rd one, you don't match it to this one right here. You need to match it to one so it'll make like an L shape. So once this pin is up, it will turn these 4 clocks, and you can turn these 4 clocks to match this one, or these 2 clocks to match this one, like this. Right now you don't really need to care about the corners because we're just doing the cross. So you can put the pin back down, and then since these 3 are solved, you're going to put up this pin right here to turn these 4 clocks. So once you have the pin up, you turn this dial to match it with one of these 2 clocks to help finish the cross. So once this pin is up, I'm going to turn this dial over here and match these 3 clocks with this clock over here. So now these 4 are matched, but the bottom one isn't. So what you're going to do is you're going to put up these 2 pins at the top because you want to rotate all 4 of these clocks. And you can't just put up 1 pin anymore, you need to put up 2. And you can turn either of these 2 dials to match up these 4 clocks with this one at the bottom. So I'm going to turn this dial, And now it's matched up with the one at the bottom. Once you have the cross solved, and they're all facing 12 o'clock, now you're going to flip over the clock and do the same thing to the other side. So, you need to line up the center clock with one of the clocks on the edge. So, you can put up this pin, and then turn the dial with it, and that'll turn these 4 pieces around the pin, and that includes the center. So I'm going to turn it to match this pin over here. And then I'll put this pin back down. And then I'm going to put up this pin because it will turn these 4 pieces. And these 2 pieces are included in it. So I'll turn these 2 pieces to match the bottom piece over here. And it also happens to match this piece too, because these 2 pieces are facing in the same direction. And now you need to turn these 6 pieces to face the same way that this piece is facing, because these 4 are actually all facing the same way now. So you need to put up these bottom 2 pins, and then turn one of the bottom dials to be facing the same way as the top one. So now they are actually all facing 12 o'clock. So now that we have all the cross pieces facing 12 o'clock, you're going to solve the corners. So the first thing you need to know is that you're not going to turn one corner to face the same way that all the cross edges are facing. You're going to do the opposite. And you're going to move all the cross pieces to be facing the same way as one corner. And then do that 4 times for each corner. So the way you do that is you only put up 3 pins at a time. And that will allow you to move every piece except for the one piece that you're trying to get solved. So for example, I'm going to put up these 3 pins and move all of the pieces to be pointing the same way as this piece here, since this pin is down. So all the pieces will move except for this one. And there we have one corner solved now, and then you'll do the same for another corner. So put this one down, so all the pieces turn except for this one, and then match the pieces to the corner that you're trying to solve. And then do that again with this corner. Put down this pin. Move all the pieces except for that one that you're trying to solve. And then do that again with the last one. Over here, push down the pin and move all of the pieces to match that piece. And then now you can put up all 4 of the pins, which will move all of the pieces, and then point them at 12 o'clock. And now both sides of your clock should be solved. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned how to solve the clock. Thanks for watching.